Hey y'all, I'm Stacy with the Craft Room Diaries. Have you ever wanted to create your own art but felt like, wait, what? I'm not an artist. Well, me neither, but a friend of mine shared with me this great technique. It's string pull art using pour paint, and I've been having so much fun with it that I wanted to share it with you guys. I find it to be so relaxing, almost to the point of therapeutic. Not to mention, it's super easy, super fun, and I know you can do it. So here's how it works. For the canvas, I'll just be using a 12 by 12 canvas. I do like to put a piece of painter's tape along the edge just to keep that edge nice and neat from paint runs. Now, the way I set this up is I use a piece of foam board. It's actually, I think, a piece of foam insulation that I shove a cup hook in the end of to be able to pull the strings straight through that. It just kind of keeps them in alignment. I am going to be using cotton string, a lightweight cotton string. I have used a couple of different ones, but this works fine. Now the paint, I'm just using regular old craft paint mixed with what's called Floetrol. I mixed this half and half, so half paint, half Floetrol. I am going to be mixing a little more white because I'll be using a lot of that for the background. And I do like to use these in these little cups with the lids, although you could probably use any cup at all for this, but I like to be able to cover them after. Spreading the background color kind of reminds me of spreading cake batter. Maybe that's why I like it so much. But you're just going to dump some little puddles on there and just spread that evenly all the way to the edges, working it in. You don't really want like a bucket of it on there because it'll be a little too sloshy, but you do want a nice thin layer of your background color so that your strings can slide through there real nice. For this piece, I'm going to start out with the gold and just take each individual string and saturate it, and then I do kind of use the spoon just to knock off a lot of the runny excess paint. But you just drop these in nice little swirly patterns and not even plinging these out, just kind of the wider the string is spread out, the more color and pattern you'll have. Or if you want a really narrow flower, you can put it tighter. But watch how cool this is. Isn't this so much fun? Sorry, my hand's in the way for this one, but you'll see it great in the next one. Isn't that so pretty? I love that everyone is unique and different. Next, I'll be doing the same thing with the red. You know, I just find this so relaxing and soothing. Yes, I do get a little pain on my fingers, but it's just so fun, and I just find it so interesting the way it all there's so much variation in the patterns that come out. I love watching this develop as you pull the string. I kept my hand out the way this time so you could really see how that just plays out. I just think that looks so pretty. The red is so bold in this with the yellow. So I did decide to go back, and I'm just dropping a little more yellow over that yellow flower just to make it stand out a little bit more with the contrast of the red. A friend mentioned this process to me a few weeks ago, so of course I Googled it and I knew I had to test it out. I had dabbled in pour painting a few years ago, and it was an epic fail for me. Not to mention, I couldn't handle the mess, but this is great for me. After one particularly stressful day, I spent a few hours, I called them therapy, listening to worship music and doing about 6 of these. Of course, then I had to find homes for some of them, but fortunately my sister took a set off my hands. But if you have if you haven't played with any of this kind of stuff before, do not be scared to give it a try. It's really a lot of fun. It's super easy, and like I said, I just find this to be so relaxing and soothing that I just find it's really enjoyable. Thanks so much for joining me today for this adventure in pull string painting. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and share it with a crafty friend. And if you're a new visitor to my channel, please consider subscribing. I hope you visit the Craft Room Diaries again soon, and I hope you're having a happy crafty day.